You keep telling yourself you're waiting for the right time to start, when things settle down, when you feel less stressed, when life feels clearer, when you're more confident, when you've got everything perfectly lined up. But if we're being real, that time isn't coming. There is no perfect time to start. Not for your dreams, not for your healing, not for your goals, not for the changes you've been thinking about for months, maybe even years. You're waiting for a moment that doesn't exist, a moment where you magically feel ready, fearless, motivated, and certain. But starting doesn't come from perfection, it comes from action. The perfect time to start will always be now, because now is the only time you actually have. Life will always be messy. There will always be stress. There will always be fear. There will always be reasons to wait. You think successful people started when everything was ideal? Not a chance. They started while they were scared, broke, overwhelmed, confused, unprepared. But they started. They didn't wait for the right moment to appear. They created the right moment by moving. And that's what you have to do. You're not lacking ability. You're not lacking potential. You're not lacking time. You're lacking the willingness to take imperfect action. You're stuck because you think starting requires confidence, but it doesn't. It requires courage. Confidence comes later. After you show up, after you practice, after you fail, after you learn. You don't get confident and then begin. You begin, and that's how you become confident. Every day you wait is one more day you're not building the life you want. One more day you're putting your dreams on hold. One more day you're choosing comfort over growth. And deep down, you know you're meant for more than comfort. You know there's something you want, something that pulls at you, something you think about when you're alone, something that won't leave your mind no matter how much you try to ignore it. That thing you keep coming back to, it's calling you for a reason, and no amount of waiting is going to make the starting part easier. You can research forever, you can plan forever, you can convince yourself you need just a little more time, but years will pass and nothing will change. Perfection isn't your friend. It's your prison. It tells you that you're not ready yet, that the timing isn't right yet, that you need more resources, more confidence, more experience. But starting isn't about having everything. It's about doing something with what you have. You don't need the entire staircase, just the first step. You don't need to know the whole plan, just the next move. You don't need to feel ready, just willing. And look, starting doesn't mean you have to do everything today. It just means you take the first step today. Send the email, take the class, show up at the gym, write the first sentence, make the first video, start the conversation. Take the tiny action that breaks the cycle of waiting. It's not about giant leaps. It's about consistent beginnings. Because once you start, momentum kicks in. And once momentum kicks in, fear loses power. And once fear loses power, everything becomes possible. But none of that happens until you take that first imperfect step. Think about how much your life could change in just 6 months if you started today. Seriously, imagine it. Imagine looking back and thinking, wow, all of this happened because I finally stopped waiting. That moment is real. It's ahead of you. But it only exists if you move toward it. There is no perfect time to start. There is only right now. And right now might feel messy, chaotic, emotional, uncertain. But it's enough. You're enough. The most freeing decision you'll ever make is to stop waiting for perfect conditions and just begin. So start the thing you've been avoiding. Start the thing that scares you. Start the thing that excites you and terrifies you at the same time. Start the thing your future self is begging you not to delay anymore. Start now. Start messy. Start scared. Start imperfect, because the perfect time isn't coming, but your life is still waiting, and it's ready whenever you are.